Hi, thanks for coming back. I need some water, bitch. Anyway, in today's video, we'll be working on the chest plate. Starting off, just search up on YouTube how to make a body cast, and those videos will help you make a copy of your torso using simple stuff like duct tape. Next, I'll be working with this very weird material called Worbla, W-O-R-B-L-A. It's very hard to work with in its natural state, but once you heat this up, you can mold it into any shape you want, which makes this a really useful tool for cosplayers. I'll start by heating this up with a heat gun, not a blow dryer, that doesn't work, so heat it up with your heat gun, and then we're gonna mold this around our torso. I spent some time here folding it in half just to kind of make it a little bit thicker because I'm using this for my cosplay armor. I wanted it to be pretty firm. Next, I'm going to go in with plastic wrap and just put that as a protective layer over my torso. Place the sheet over your chest and hit it with the heat gun. Don't melt your mannequin underneath. Try your best not to melt it. That is a possibility. Be sure that your mold follows exactly the shape of your torso because you want it to sit on your chest properly. It looks pretty good. That looks like my chest. After that, let it sit and cool. I promise you, this is hard as a rock. I can pick this up, throw it across the room, and the shape will stay. Gently peel everything off. This is why we put the plastic wrap around it. Now we could just peel everything off. No mess, no stress. Okay, so this next part is by far the most difficult thing I've had to do for this entire cosplay. Cutting this Worbla was so painful. I don't know what other way to do this. Somebody please, if you know, let me know how you're supposed to cut this and not hurt yourself because it is so hard on your hands. Oh my gosh. Anyway, for this next part, I'm just showing you that I drew a line to make this into a bralette. I placed the sheet against my chest and then drew the lines in the mirror. Then I went back to cut again, and my freaking fingers, they hurt, dude. I don't know, maybe it was my scissors. Or you know what? It's probably because I doubled the sheet. Remember when I folded it in half? Yeah, that's probably it. You're going to find anything circular in your home. I use my microphone, the same one that I'm talking to you on right now. All you have to do is heat up your Worbla and it'll start to move around and be molded again. And you're going to create a nice little cosplay melon, aka a booby. But I might get flagged for saying that, so cosplay melon it is. Once you're satisfied with the two beautiful cosplay melons you've created, move on to creating the pattern for your border that goes around the chest plate. I'm just using painter's tape here to trace around the edges of the chest plate. Once that looks real nice and you're satisfied, we're going to transfer it to a sheet of paper. I'm keeping in all of my mistakes here because I want you to see that this wasn't super easy or anything. I'm not trying to lie to y'all. This was not super easy, but it was worth it because it laid the groundwork for my pattern with just a little extra effort. And here we are, my finished piece. Now I can use this to trace onto my EVA foam and make a nice cutout. Now that you have your cutout from the EVA foam, you'll need to connect your two pieces with a very strong glue. The glue that most cosplayers use is contact cement. The only thing about it is it's toxic, so you'll probably be best to go outside. Also, it is kicking my butt to use this product. So basically, you have to make sure that your stuff is aligned before you place it down, because once you put them together, they're not coming apart. So you have to really be careful. This took me a little bit of time to work on, but once you have it in place, it's locked in, man. You're good to go. Now that that's done, get your mannequin, put some more plastic wrap on, and put down your chest plate. You'll need to secure your chest piece to the mannequin with some sort of tape. Use painter's tape. It's easy to peel off. Then we're going to use some more painter's tape to make the neckline of your chest piece. Visualize your neck piece and then go to the back and cut straight down the center. Then peel it off the mannequin. This part wasn't pretty, so I kept all of the details in so that you can see what you're gonna probably go through when you attempt this. And maybe you can do something different than I did. Once your pattern is completely off the mannequin, clean up your lines and cut off all the edges. Now with a clean pattern, you can trace onto your EVA foam and cut that out. And here we are. This is the vision, you guys. You just have to place it together, and this is what we're looking at. A nice little neck and shoulder piece that we're going to glue on to the final product. And we're not done just yet with this part. We have to put the details on top of it. What I'll do next is get the old cutout and trace a brand new cutout from that one. This is the EVA foam that I use for all of the details. It's super thin. With this new piece that I've cut out for the details, I'm going to use a very small square and I'm going to trace this little square all across it. Once you're finished tracing, you're going to have to cut everything out, which is always super fun. And make sure that you have a sharp tool because that makes all of your lines super smooth, and that's what you need to make a really clean looking costume. And at this point, I'm done with this. I'm going to add some googly eyes in each of these boxes, but I'll probably do that off camera. You'll see it later. For right now, we're going to put these to the side and work on the details for the chest plate. Using the pattern that I got online, I cut out the base. I didn't want these three pieces that I'm tossing right now. I didn't need them, so I only need this part. After I cut it out, I traced it onto my EVA foam here. This is the thin EVA foam that I use for all of the details. After that, I get both of my pieces and glue them to the chest plate using contact cement. I show the gluing process of this later in the video, so stay tuned. Let's move forward and create some other details. This piece will go across the back of your costume. For right now, let's just focus on getting the details. I used the pattern to cut out these pieces and then I glued those all together. Now you could set this piece aside because we will come back to it later. We're going to work on another part that'll be on the front of your chest piece. There is a beautiful flower that's in the center of the chest piece. We're going to work on that real quick and then we'll bring everything together. Same steps as before. Trace your pattern and cut it out on the EVA foam. I want it to be more 3D, so what I did was cut a little slit in the base of each of these petals and glued them together, and this is what makes them more 3D. I covered this in more detail in the video where I made the belt. Okay, so it's time for the gluing section. I went outside and I brought all of my tools with me and I'm gonna glue everything together. Just take your time. I put some glue on my EVA foam, I put some glue on my Worbla, and I pressed them into each corner, making sure every piece I wanted on here is glued. So I took some time to figure out how to make this functional. I watched a couple of videos and kind of came up with this idea. I think it'll work. Get you a brassiere and you gonna glue that bad boy in there. No, but seriously, yeah, you're gonna make some straps and attach them around the torso, just like this, and you're gonna glue a bra inside as well. This is what I ended up with. I'm leaving in a long kind of segment here just so you could see how this is made up. I glued it to the side here, and I kept trying it on to make sure that it wrapped around me comfortably. Make your straps longer than your body frame so that when you wrap it around, you can cut little by little until it fits you the proper length. Once I have this thing fitting the way I want, I'm going to glue the straps of the bra to the EVA foam. After everything's glued, dried, a couple days later, I went outside and I made sure, you know, nobody was around and I spray painted on a cardboard box. Also, if you see there, I did glue on the flower piece right in the center of the chest plate. I did that off camera, my bad, but you get it. I just glued it onto the middle of the thing. And now I'm just hitting it with 2 layers of Plasti Dip, which is what I use as the primer. You can use other stuff, but that's just what I use. It just makes it super easy for me to like paint. Anyway, this is what we're looking like after it's dry. I let it dry for like 2 days before I actually paint. And I mean, it looks pretty good. Everything's covered. Yeah, let's go. And moving forward to the next stage, I did go home and I put masking tape on all of my pieces. This is a totally different day. I don't know, maybe like this could even be a week later, to be honest. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a month. I don't know. But I spray painted everything with a Rust-Oleum paint here. So apologies in advance for this part. I forgot to record this because I was having so much fun. But I spent a couple hours just sitting there painting this with acrylic paints. I did several layers, probably between 4 to 5 layers of each color, just to get it exactly how I want it. I did, however, catch this part for you. Basically, what I'm doing is weathering the armor. You don't want your armor to look fresh and crisp like it just got off a printer. You know what I'm saying? You want it to look worn. You want your girl to look like she was out here fighting some battles. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I put black paint, like just black acrylic paint, diluted it with some water, and then I lightly painted around the edges. Now I want to walk you through the finished product. This is where I'm going to put my head through at the top, and then this comes down to clamp everything shut. I place Velcro pieces on the back. This allows you to open this up and put your head through. You come out or come in, and then you close everything up with the Velcro straps. They're just glued on, nothing special. Now for the inside of the chest plate, I included this kind of strap. It's probably the best type of strap you should use for your cosplay. I just glue this on, nothing special. It's very easy to grab because this is going to be behind you, right? So it's very easy to grab, so I recommend you get a larger buckle so you can feel for it a little easier. I'm trying to make this easy for everyone. It's an easy snap on, snap off. That's what you want, functionality. Here, I'm just going to show you the steps. Basically, you open it up, put it over your head, and once it's on your body, you're going to snap the back together. Just snap that little thingamabob. Yep, that. Snap. After that, you put this down onto the Velcro, and you're literally in business. This is what she looks like on the day, and it looks really cool. Just want to give y'all a little pan out of the fit. Back when I had a six-pack, you know what I'm saying? I got the six-pack on deck. Now I got a pop belly, but it's okay, and I'm living. But anyway, thank you. And I will see you on the next one because I got more stuff coming in this series. So yeah, make sure you look out for that. Bye.